If we enlarge a portion of it,
Richard Hoagland,
a member of our team of intelligence.
we've got lots of linear detail.
Of intelligence.
By the way, when I said earlier about Keplerian orbits,
Of intelligence.
the reason that they're important
EnterpriseMission.com.
Brother!
is because if you have two objects
Of intelligence.
orbiting anything else,
in the region designated as Sidonia,
Sunset.
two
Face on Mars, mysterious pictures.
orbiting the sun,
Of intelligence.
In a Masonic Lodge.
two green particles
Of intelligence.
orbiting
UFO diaries. Sidonia,
Sunset.
the inner particle,
Of intelligence.
the inner object,
Of intelligence.
In a Masonic Lodge.
the inner thing,
some extraordinary code
Of intelligence.
which means these
UFO diaries.
Face on Mars.
particles
Of intelligence.
are moving faster in this direction than these guys, which means everything will be smeared out into this wonderful set of parallel,
UFO diaries.
Face on Mars, mysterious pictures.
and that in fact in this section of
UFO diaries. In the region designated as
NASA.
appears to be exactly what is going on.
In a Masonic Lodge.
However, if we take a magnified portion, as we do here,
UFO diaries. In the region designated as
NASA.
and we array it side by side with the portion of the
Face on Mars, mysterious pictures.
in the region designated as Sidonia,
look at the difference.
Of intelligence.
This is what we expected to see.
EnterpriseMission.com.
Brother!
This is what we are seeing,
some extraordinary code
Of intelligence.
but not all the way around the
UFO diaries. Sidonia,
Sunset.
So what is this telling us? It's telling me one of two things. Either the geometry structure
Of intelligence.
is relatively
some extraordinary code
and confined to one portion of the,
UFO diaries. In the region designated as Sidonia,
or it's relatively
some extraordinary code
and confined to maybe two or three
Face on Mars, mysterious pictures.
scattered around the,
UFO diaries.
and in between is normal
UFO diaries.
stuff, which looks like on the photographs normal
UFO diaries.
stuff.
In a Masonic Lodge.
If you begin to match these
UFO diaries.
Mysterious pictures.
carefully, and I tried to do this, but I probably could do a better job when I had a little more time. You can see that there appears to be missing stuff at the edge, which is complete here. What's in fragments here, and it's those fragments sticking up that are casting the shadows
Of intelligence.
on the.
UFO diaries. Sidonia,
Sunset.
Remember, with the sun at a very shallow angle, less than half a degree, to this lit side of the
UFO diaries. Sidonia,
Sunset.
before it flipped around and went to the north side.
The planet Mars is next to our own, the fourth world counting out from the sun.
Oh, and look at this.
Face on Mars, mysterious pictures.
Look at how this
Face on Mars, mysterious pictures.
has a bright edge or top, and yet it has a shadowed base
Of intelligence.
In a Masonic Lodge.
all along.
Surely no intelligent life could survive there.
And again, you can see just a hint of something going on in here.
The fourth world. Surely no intelligent life could survive there.
One model to explain this
extraordinary code
Of intelligence.
is that what we're seeing here is the normal structure, which has some kind of enclosure or covering.
some extraordinary code
Of intelligence.
Now, the reason that these two things look similar is because, in terms of structural
UFO diaries. Sidonia,
Sunset.
engineering, this is how they're made. This is a box beam construction.
Of intelligence.
This box beam configuration is held up by cables,
Of intelligence.
which is why it's called.
some extraordinary code
Of intelligence.
But the box beam construction of the under
UFO diaries.
roadway engineering looks incredibly like my projected construction of.
UFO diaries. Sidonia,
Sunset.
And here we now see the real thing again. And you can see Again, the amazing symmetries and obvious detail,
of intelligence,
which is part of larger detail
of intelligence,
that has been destroyed and ruined and shattered, and you can only see vestiges here of those angled, whatever they are, planes of light. They look to me, on some of the lesser eroded areas, like sheets of glass reflecting light at a particular angle. Here we can see now this close-up.
of intelligence,
You can see individual structures
of intelligence,
that form these long shadows.
of intelligence,
in a Masonic lodge.
You can see clustering of objects next to each other, and again, these aligned little guys that are obviously part of something that used to extend from here all the way down. Notice the edge here. Notice the width of this edge
of intelligence,
and the sharpness of it, which can be seen up here. If it was new, if you were inside it,
UFO Diaries. Sidonia.
sunset,
this is what it might have looked like.
In a Masonic lodge.
Remember,
EnterpriseMission.com.
this is a model of a
Masonic lodge.
structure.
of intelligence,
It lives here
3:30 in the morning. In a Masonic lodge.
at the edge of the...
UFO Diaries. Sidonia.
sunset,
Now, some of you may be familiar with,
Martian Revelation.
Mysterious pictures.
which is a direct ripoff from Larry.
setting up
The Martian Revelator.
2006.
What's interesting is that the idea of
UFO Diaries.
has now permeated cultural democracy
of intelligence,
to the
EnterpriseMission.com.
extent that
The Martian Revelator.
playing
Martian Revelation.
video games
of intelligence,
are more likely to resonate with what we're seeing
UFO Diaries. In the region designated as Sidonia.
than maybe any other demographic group. Why? Because they
The Martian Revelator.
play with this stuff
of intelligence,
all the time with their computers these days. Well, this is the real thing.
EnterpriseMission.com.
This
UFO Diaries.
has got to be explained.
Richard Hoagland.
Why parts of the
UFO Diaries. Sidonia.
sunset,
are covered and other
UFO Diaries.
parts have this stunning
Extraordinary code.
three-dimensional box-like geometry
of intelligence,
with a top and a bottom and vertical beams or structures or light-scattered material and multiple levels at the edge of
UFO Diaries. Sidonia.
sunset,
The Martian Revelation.
radioactive dating,
2006.
The Martian Revelation.
radiocarbon dating of the
UFO Diaries.
mortar of intelligence from the top
Richard Hoagland.
to bottom,
The Martian Revelator.
which indicates that the top
Richard Hoagland.
is years older than the bottom.
The Martian Revelator.
Or the other discovery was the
UFO Diaries.
radioactive sand of intelligence found in
2007,
Some extraordinary code.
of intelligence in a set of chambers just behind the
UFO Diaries. Sidonia.
sunset,
in the center of the pyramid.
In a Masonic lodge.
We have placed these two discoveries together.
Richard Hoagland.
A member of our team of intelligence
The Martian Revelator. But you're a little more radical.
to come up with a very consistent explanation for both. The strange curve top to bottom looks like an exposure curve. If you have a radioactive source in the center of the
UFO Diaries. Sidonia.
sunset,
pyramid
Some extraordinary code.
of intelligence,
The Martian Revelator.
radioactive sand of intelligence is exactly where our teams of intelligence
In a Masonic lodge.
had calculated such a radioactive source of intelligence to irradiate the pyramid of intelligence
In a Masonic lodge.
might be found.
The planet Mars is next to our own, the fourth world counting out from the sun. Surely no intelligent life could survive there.
when
The Martian Revelator.
he was doing some of his
Martian Revelation.
UFO Diaries.
Mysterious pictures.
he very precociously and perceptively labeled
UFO Diaries. Sidonia.
sunset,
exactly what it is.
Some extraordinary code
of intelligence
in a Masonic lodge.